Well, hello in Happy New Year or Happy New Week. Well, I feel like I entered in a very dramatic tone because I was like, that was what I was trying to achieve. So, if I achieved it well, please give me a hand. So, hi guys. Welcome to another episode. Is that no? We should drop that. Let's go with. You're welcome to no. Okay, let's just continue with the flow. So, I think by now we should be like a week into the new year, right? And if you're like me or like a bit of what you just saw, still trying to figure out how to go about in this new year, well, you're not alone. We're together. And I decided to like release a podcast at least a week into the new year because I wanted us to, I wanted you and I to listen and to share some of our stories together. So, by the way, this is Curious Intern Podcast, the CI podcast, like how CIA is like Central Intelligence Agency. So we were not like CI, CIP. Oh God, I just pray I'm not embarrassing myself too much. But I think the embarrassment is needed. Podcasts are meant to be, educative, fun, depending on the genre you're looking at. It should be healthy. It should be worth it because imagine listening to about 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes an hour or more of people talking and sharing opinions and just, you have to know that it's worth your time. And so not first off, because I feel like we've had so many first off, but I would like to appreciate everybody listening, both the new listeners and the old listeners and the future listeners. I just want to really appreciate you guys for coming in with me into the new year. At least we've gone a week. We've all survived. Some of us have made some repeated mistakes. Some of us have started new goals. Some of us have started new phases. Some of us have started new pages, new chapters. I mean, some people were even born just yesterday or today. And it's just already letting us know that the normal deals we would have would be like, new me, new goals, new life, whatever. But I was just talking to my brother recently and I was just saying there are like, some of us don't give ourselves time to figure out how this new year will be. Some people prepared for it last year. Like me, I took a retreat last year and I figured out how I want. I prayed about it and I saw, okay, this is more or less how I want this new year to be. But now that I'm in the new year, it takes a lot to do, right? And I think I shared in my last podcast how I was going to be, more consistent and everything else. And you know how it's easy to say, let's do this. This is how we want it. But then when you're there, when you want to start, you see yourself making similar mistakes you made, and sometimes we beat ourselves up for it. And or maybe we start on fine, and then down the line we stop. We don't continue, we don't remain consistent. It just took me, and I just got, I'm about to say curious, but the realization hit me that we don't give ourselves time. We just run with the goal and we're like, okay, by January, I'm going to fulfill this. By February, I'm going to fulfill that. That we don't give ourselves time to, really understand how we're going to put things we have planned into play. So I picked January as my month of being steadfast. I picked January as my month of figuring it out. And then I'm like, what is to be steadfast? And to be steadfast is to remain, is to, be unmovable in a way, kind of, gearing up yourself and learning how to stay steadfast. The way you hold something steadfast, I mean, like you hold it, you're in a steady state and you're holding it fast. When you're fasting that rope, you're like making it tight, right? I hope I make sense. But that's basically what steadfast is. And it's just like getting yourself ready for what the remaining 11 months is going to bring or whatever you have in mind to achieve. There is no harm in you making silly mistakes this month. There's no harm in you renewing yourself or getting yourself, the new things, the old things that you could do or you can't do, finding out what, really makes you this year. Some of us are going to rediscover our talents and everything this month. If you know that you have issues with consistency, just in this January, let it be like your test month. Can I really hold on to a thing? Can I really be steadfast in it? So let's say we normally want to run with the year. We're like, okay, I'm going to read 6 books. I'm going to do this, that, making really big statements. Have you finished an article? Have you finished a chapter this month? I hope you guys are getting me. So before we jump into the big goals, are we finished with preparation? Are we really indeed prepared for what this year has to bring for us? I would not lie to you. Last year was interestingly starting off with a good note. And down the line, in the middle, it got really tough. And overall ended well because, in all things we rejoice, in all things we give thanks, right? So overall it ended well, but it just got me to another state. And I'm of realizing oh no, there are some things you need to take into place. I was so happy about starting my podcast. I started the podcast 2022, right? And so I was so excited into 2023. I saw my podcast page and I was like, wow, I was releasing episodes back to back. And I realized that there was a downturn and I started giving excuses to myself. But the truth is, how well did I prepare? How well did I realize or let it sink into me that 365 days is no joke? 11, 12 months is no joke. There are so many things in this year that we are not aware of. And only if you're a seer. In fact, we see in parts, even people that claim to have not claim, but people that prophesy and everything, they see a certain, just like they don't see the minute details of the picture. They can just see, okay, yes, it's a picture, but they don't know how the curves, how the stretches, how the paints and everything are going to come about. That is really entirely up to your choice. Then if you involve God in it, it makes it different. But yes, it is really entirely up to you. You have to make the decision to be ready for it. You have to make the decision to stop being lazy. I want to say recently, but a while back, we have to use our English as less repetitive as possible. For God. So anyway, I was tired. I was going to work, coming back, and it's quite a distance, walking. Oh, congratulations to me, guys. I'm now working in the military, right? And so far, I will tell you they are actually nice. At least the number of people I've met so far in 82D are really nice. They are good people. Yes, of course, they have their, you should not do this, extra duty, boo, 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 boo. But they are individuals and their characters are really nice. Maybe because I'm presenting myself as a nice person, and maybe that's for the people I've interacted with. I told you guys, I think recently in one of my vlogs, that I'm very careful of who I come to. I kind of pray about the people I meet so that, they will be good influences on me and I'll be good influences on them. So anyway, back to the real thing I was talking about. Guys, I'm about to divert again. I love podcasting because you can just talk and share and somebody else over there listens to you. They become good listeners. Do you get? You guys are my listeners. You know how girls are always complaining, nobody is a good listener to me, blah, blah, blah. But everybody is a good listener because they listen to podcasts. At least those people that listen to podcasts. You're listening to me right now just talking and you're enjoying our conversation, or even though it seems like it's one-sided. But a good conversation is where somebody is talking and someone is listening. Listening is different from hearing, right? So you're really listening. You're really okay, does she have anything to say that will add value to me? Does she have anything that she's going to say that, is going to inspire me? Is she going to say anything that is going to, be interesting? So that's how to listen. So I know you're listening for stuff like that. And by the grace of God, I will not disappoint. So I was talking about preparation of the year, and one of the moments I had again, right? a while back. So I was just really tired of a lot, but I had laid out that morning. I woke up with that, okay, I'm going to do so and so today, and I must do it. When I got back, I will not lie to you that I did not start immediately. You would think that with the zeal that I woke up that morning, I would literally just start doing everything that I said I wanted to do, but that was not how it was. So that's just an example of how 24 hours can be different. Oh yeah, I did it too, but I did it all in the space of like 2-3 hours because I wanted to do it. I was like, no, show for me, stand up, you must achieve what you say you're going to do today, this day. Like, I was not going to allow 12 midnight to reach. So let's just say that I did it around 9 p.m. but I still did it. So that's how it is, guys. You will be so in the zeal that, by my strength I'm going to, by no man's strength, by strength shall no man prevail. Like, that's one of my favorite verses from last year towards the ending, that I really I understood how difficult it is that you as yourself would do it alone. It takes second hand, like, you need a lot of push, a lot of courage to be able to say, okay, my whole life is going to be balanced out. So really, guys, take this month to breathe. Take this month to learn how to navigate the rest. Take this month to remain steadfast. Remain steadfast in, if you want to get closer to God, if you want to get closer to yourself, you want to get to, discover yourself, really understand what you're putting yourself into. Let's yesterday not be greater than our today. Wow, lately I've been making mistakes with all these Englishes. Oh God help me. But I'm trying to say, let our yesterday not be greater than our today. I think it's let your former not be greater than your latter. Yes, I think that's what the saying is. But yeah, guys, I really want us to not rush into things. 24 hours, a lot can happen. You can be so happy, and then by the middle of that day, you're very down. Kata can come, mosquitoes and stuff, and then you just realize that all the things you wanted to do didn't work. So if you're really excited, yes, you might have had things to do in January and you were in a hurry to achieve them. If they are not things that are so pressing and they are not life and death situations, please rest. Like, rediscover, learn from the mistakes you made last year January, learn from mistakes you made last year December. Just learn from it this month and just really, really try your best with God's help or with friends' help, with whoever that because I want another thing I would like us to talk about is accountability, but that's for another time. So I want you to really, really indeed check it out, like breathe in, breathe out, see if you can do it. Like, really check things. Am I really ready? Am I mentally ready? Am I emotionally ready? What if things don't happen the way I wanted to? Do I have a backup plan? Okay, yeah, some people are like, no backup plan is like the best way to go for them. I have no issues to that. But your plans, how feasible are they in the next 1 month, 2 months? Take it slowly. Don't try to force yourself to see how the pieces come together, because you already entered the new year not knowing how big the pieces. But if you did, good luck to you. But really, guys, as I'm doing it, I'm also reminding myself that I should take this next less than 20 days to really, my more than 20 days, but less than 31 days, of course, to really, really understand what I'm going to do this year. What am I doing differently? At the end of this year, how do I want to, talk? All that can really be decided on by the little things we're already doing. So till next time, guys, I'm so glad you're still here again. And I would really advise that you encourage me by listening and sharing with me what you think about each episode. I would like to be criticized in a good way. Criticism is different from, what's the word now? What's that thing that it's like another C. I see. Constructive criticism is what I wanted, not the other one that just brings that destructive. Yeah, that's just it, guys. I really need to get back to my English because I want to get better at it. So anyway, yeah, I want us to listen to my other ones. I feel like there has to be a difference between my formats and this one. So I'm really taking it into account. And if you guys know how to like help me design and stuff, if you guys have any ideas, you can share also. This is beginning to sound like a YouTube vlog. So I'm going to stop here because vlogging is different from podcasting. I don't care what anybody wants to say. Yes, fine. Vlogging is like a video form of podcasting, but that's their own business. We are podcasting. Very much soon, you would see how God is very much involved with this. I don't know why I had to put this out there, but I did. And I just wanted to remind you again that God loves you. God bless you. And I love you too because full stop. I love you. Thank you for listening again. Later. Bye.